Howdy. We got the beans finished last week. They turned out better than I expected. Been having trouble with my spreader. There's a block there. There's a fitting on the bottom for the cylinder that controls the speed. Been having trouble with that thing leaking. I've replaced the O-rings. It's a special O-ring 3-4 times. Thought I had it this last time, and at the end of the day yesterday, it was leaking. So I called up my dealer, and they said, well, that block has to be leaking, and they got me a new one. They said, it's cheap. I'm sure. I didn't ask what it cost. It doesn't matter. I have to have it, I guess. So anyway, I got to put that on, and put that on. Got to get the hydraulic hoses off of it. So I got all my big wrenches out, and that way I know I have the right one. I've learned from experience that if you don't bring them all, you're going to be short. So it's anywhere from, I think I got anywhere from 3/8 wrenches in here up to 5/16. That ought to do it. Let's get this changed. I probably still won't have the right one. Alrighty. Oh. Let's get started. It's too bad they didn't put a shutoff on the hydraulic fluid, because this is just all going to leak out now. I don't lose it. Now I'm going to take this, the block, I'm going to switch this stuff over on the back of the flat rate. That'll just be a lot easier. So I got this thing off. You can see, if you look right in here, I don't know if you can see it, but the O-ring is squished out right there. That's just going to make it leak. It's not going to be better. So there's evidently something wrong inside where this goes to make it do that consistently. So we got to replace it with a new block, and I got to switch over the fittings on the sides. Well, you gotta change over all the fittings. I guess I should have popped them all loose before I took it out. Oops.
You got a whole new block, huh? Oh, you said about the block.
They said there's got to be something wrong in the bore in this, because you can see the O-ring squished out right there.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's what I'm doing. Now, we don't want to break the new block. That would just add insult to injury. Let's go put it on. I almost forgot. I gotta fill the hydraulic reservoir before I fire it up. Don't want it. It's too low. Got some damage to a lot of stuff. Better wipe the hood off that. Anyway. So anywho, we get that racking. I got a couple of jugs, like my big jugs. I like big jugs and I cannot lie. This reservoir isn't too huge. It should only take, I don't know if it'll take more than one of these or not. There's a sight gauge on the back side that you guys can't see. Oops. I kind of can. I can't see it while I'm pouring because I'm just not that talented. It takes a while to catch up in the sight gauge. There, it's coming up. The head's pretty well down. You got to check with the head down because the cylinders that raise and lower the head are one-way cylinders, which means the oil goes into them to raise the head up, which takes it out of the reservoir. So if you check it with the head up and you say, oh, it's low, well, all that extra oil is in those cylinders. When it comes back down, then it'll be overfull. So a lot of cylinders are two-way cylinders, which means it pushes and pulls it back with hydraulics, but this just uses gravity to lower it. That's how every combine is designed that I know of. Because if they had down pressure on them, guys would probably break the mounts that hold the, yeah, that's plenty. Would probably break the mounts that hold the feeder house on. That would cause issues, and you know, you just don't need that. The head, the feeder house itself is heavy enough that gravity just makes it fall on down. Another side note, while you're working on a head, underneath the head, excuse me, there's a safety stop to put on that hydraulic cylinder on the ram itself. You should always put that down. So if the hydraulic hose blows or something, the head doesn't land on you, because that would end your day very badly. Alright, let's go see what we broke. Here's the sight gauge I was talking about. It's just a little bit high, but that should be alright. It needs to be in this range for operating. There's a sensor on the bottom here that lets you know if the level is low. The temperature sensor is right there, in case you were curious. And that right there, that's a plug. It's to ask questions about and make you confused. Now it's time to wipe off all the tools that I got greasy and put them away. Some of them go back in the toolbox, hanging on the pegs, nice and neat. Some of them do not. 15/16 goes back. I always like to wipe them off. I hate grabbing a wrench, it's just all kinds of greasy. It just drives me nuts. Sometimes you just need to do a quick thing and there's no reason to get filthy doing it.